Oh boy, more One Punch Man news. This time, it's actually over. So far, we've been asking, is it over? And with the final, it's not a trailer, right? I see a lot of people. Okay. Basically, I made the newest PV reaction, right? And I titled it, is it the worst? Basically, this is like the One Punch Man final trailer reaction. And we're cooked or something, right? And a lot of people, basically, where's this trailer? Right over here. One Punch Man Season 3 final PV out is out and that. So many people are coping in the comment section, basically saying, no, you don't know. This is actually, it's just not a trailer. It's a PV. You never know. Just give us some time, right? What else is there? It's not a trailer. It's TV commercial. We can't say it's gonna be good or not yet. I heard real trailer come up 14 September. So just wait for the real one and let's talk about it. Listen, you're probably right. Okay, if you're right that on September 14th, new trailer comes up, we'll check it out. But what's the likelihood after all of the things that we've been doing? What is it? Months and months and months of no announcements of any fucking production staff. Literally a month out, finally, they just put in the director's name. And even the director themselves came out, right? Shinpei Nagai in July, not even September, 2 months ago in July, is making a cry for help, saying, oh, there's a guy here. I don't even know how this account even knew. But bro, just ask, are you the fucking director for season 3? Right? And what does he say? What does he say? Hold up. Come on. Where is it? The same. He basically announces that like it's over, right? Like he is literally having a plead for help saying, why would JC staff do this to me? I've never worked on like action sequences. I work on hentai. He does. And romance animes and short animes. Why would you give a Sakuga action anime to me, a director that doesn't have expertise on this? So when you compare all of these different things that's been happening leading into One Punch Man Season 3, can you really say at this point that like, hey man, just cope, bro? Just like, no, it's gonna be fine no matter what. I think that the most educated guess we can make right now is, yes, it's actually fucking cooked. Let's see what Senshi has to say about this.
You know, I had a joke.
Yep.
But I forgot about it. So here's...
Don't worry, the joke is One Punch Man Season 3.
Rigby.
Gets the hell out of here, Freaky Bill.
One Punch Man Season 3...
Freaky ass cat. Apparently this is a retarded cat. And that's why he's able to make these faces. Rigby is very cute though. I love Rigby on TikTok.
One Punch Man Season 3 finally got a trailer. A 15-second trailer. Well...
7 seconds. 6 to 7 seconds. The last half was just showing the announcement date and credits.
Not really a trailer. It's a CM
PV
meeting commercial. And of course it will be short. And finally we got a full staff list for Season 3. That was definitely perfect timing for me when I uploaded my OPM video like a day ago.
Exactly. Bro gets to double dip, right? If he didn't make that video on time, then he would have lost out on how many views. The timing was actually perfect. He dropped it, and then a couple hours later, the stuff came out. Exactly. He would have missed out on 40K. Bro, you gotta be on schedule, man.
Well, 2 days ago now, probably. So I can make 2 videos for it, since my OPM video did really well. So, you know, it won't hurt to do another one.
Let's get it!
Didn't really show us much. I mean, we already looked better than Debate. I mean, that's not really a surprise. But you got some nice staff changes, you can say, and some questionable ones.
Yeah,
but it's pretty obvious that this project don't really have a good schedule. Far from it. And it shows the lackluster showcasing of actual content. And with the director's tweet is...
Yes. He's literally saying, please, why would they do this? JC staff is using me as a scapegoat. I'm someone that doesn't even work on action, fight, hype shit. Why would they do this to me? That's what he's saying.
Hella depressing that retards on Twitter will just blame the staff involved in the project.
Yeah, there's a reason why this guy, again, since July, has been making a plea, like a cry for this to the public, because he knows that he's gonna get shit on. This is like he's casting buffs right now. He's literally casting early buffs so that when the shit hits the fan, people at least he's doing damage control. It's like mitigating and letting people know, listen, this is fucked up situation. I know. I'm literally getting thrown into the oven as a scapegoat. Please understand what's happening. Don't just shit on me.
And then the actual culprits, the production committee with
Who is it? Bandai Namco? Let's see it.
the production
Hero Association's headquarters. Bandai Namco, TV Tokyo, 80K Marketing Solutions, JRE's Planning, Shueisha, Bandai Spirit, Good Smile Companies. Basically the corporate suits that don't actually make the art. The people that take all the fucking money and basically profit off of milking these shows, these anime, the source material that we love. They are constantly the most like evil motherfuckers that just care about just fleecing and milking stuff dry and not caring about the actual art involved.
committee. With all that though, there's some positives from the commercial that they show is that the overall compositing looks way more
Yeah, the art style looks good. The compositing looks good. Kind of like the blue lock effect, right?
cleaner and simpler, you can say. It's just flat colors without much post-processing.
I like the bold outlines, the black outlining. It looks nice. It stands out.
Rather than the absolute over-composited mess that we saw in season 2, especially with Geonosis' arms.
What the hell is this arm, bro? It looks like I'm seeing a hybrid CG 2D mix. Ooh.
That gave me nightmares. And that's probably it for the overall CM. Was just lip flaps and nothing much more. The only thing that was new, that was moving, was Garo walking forward.
Oh my god, he's moving. He's walking forward, guys. At least he's moving up and down rather than, you know, Microsoft Paint like here. Let me bring you a situation. So like they could have done this, right? Oh. You know, at least it's kind of like going like that rather than like in Tibet.
Yeah, going through the staff list, it's meh. I wasn't expecting big house names. I knew it would be regulars in the studio, and that's really it. The director is Shinpei Nagai. For a second, when I saw the director's name, I thought it was Tachiki Nagai, director for Railgun. But
wrong guy.
Of course, Twitter likes to downplay shit without doing research. They just think that because Nagai has worked on hentai stuff, it's automatically bad, which...
Well, but the question is the hentai actually good? These are stuff from pre-2010s. That's what I care about. I don't care if you worked on hentai, bro. Is the hentai good?
That's not the case. Literally, the person that made Shaft's identity of just unique and quirky direction, Aiki Shinbo, also directed a bunch of hentai stuff back then, so...
Ooh, wow. A lot of old stuff, huh? 2003, 2004, okay.
That doesn't mean he's a bad director. No, while yes, Nagai is a weird pick for this project because he's not used to directing a jam-packed action anime, and he was the one that chose to not reveal his name for a while, the director for OPM Season 3. He is still a...
Let's see the highlighted section, right? Since I'm relatively unknown and don't have standout achievements as an animator, I thought it might give a bad impression, so I had to keep it under wraps. Yeah, so what were we, you know, assuming, theorizing as we were heading into this? We were saying... either they have nothing good to show, so they're just trying to like keep the standards low. And that's exactly that. If they announced this shit early in advance, then people would have started dooming immediately, right? So they were literally just doing damage controls, just saying, okay, like we have nothing to show, so let's at least like delay the doom.
In 3, he is still a decent director. I don't really want to check on some of the episodes that he storyboarded and directed because I'm lazy. But from what I remember his resume, I think when it comes to normal dialogue stuff, it would be fine at it. And also he's very fast at storyboarding. He did a lot of Fujishiro Anime projects, although I'm worried about the action part since...
Exactly, he himself says, why would they pick me for this, right? I specialize in romance and comedy, you know, short skits and stuff like that, slice of life stuff. Why would you pick me for a fucking action Sakuga moment? Like, this makes no sense. Like, think Psyche K, right? That's what he works on. Why would they choose fucking him for One Punch Man? Because the director is getting sacrificed. It's literally he's getting picked. Like, there's some evil motherfuckers over at JC Staff in the production team, and they're like, who shall we throw into the fire? It's already a train wreck anyways. Let's just sacrifice a no-name guy. Oh, this guy should do it. Good luck, bro. And this is the fucked up part where he can't really, like, other than him questioning what's going on, like, he can't come out and just, like, say the real honest truth of, like, this is a fucked up situation, because then his career's done, you know? Like, he then basically, if you stand up for yourself in this situation, it's really fucked up, but in the corporate world, man, sometimes it's better to just shut up and just do it, because you will get fucked up. You will now burn bridges, and you will have other people will know that, oh, this guy, is outspoken and he doesn't just take it for the team, and it's shameful, and now his career is done, So he just has to fucking just do it.
He's not that experienced at it, although he's very experienced at the boobies. The boob jiggles. So he'll be good at animating them.
Yeah, Fubuki and Tatsumaki, at least we got that covered.
Tornado Sisters with the Murata special, just imprinting every nook and cranny of their body.
It's just painted on, bro. The dress is painted on.
I'm hoping someone handled the action parts like what Frieren did. Keiichiro Saito is not someone who's that good at action, or more accurately, not confident at it. That's what he said, by the way. And most of the action stuff was handled by Toru Iwasawa.
Okay.
But that's just hoping for too much for OPM Season 3. Naga also tweeted some stuff about already apologizing, but that was someone who's trying to force out.
It's crazy. This is July 11th. Like 2 months ago. How did this guy know? Because his name is One Punch Man Season 3 leaks. See, my conspiracy theory when we were covering this in my old video was this is his alt account. This is his alt account, and basically him, again, just like doing a little bit of early game defense to let people know that like this is fucked.
An answer that's not supposed to be public. And also his journey, I guess, in the industry. Of course, now he's an in-house staff in JC stuff. He also talked about 2D and 3D incorporations. I mean, I think people shouldn't overthink it. People think it's going to be like the Duke of Death and his maid. It's going to be like 3D mixed with 2D, so it's going to be like intertwining. I don't think it's going to be that. It's just more complex design are going to be CG like Lord Orochi, and maybe some 3D background integration. So yeah, again, don't think much about it. Also, the CG that JC Stuff produces, at least for OPM Season 3, it looks really good. And they also did the CG for Zenshu, which again,
pretty good.
Looks very good. But I don't want to show clips about Zenshu
because copyright.
I don't want my video to get blocked. I feel
happened to him too. Again, it's not just anime reactions, man. Like, you use anime footage of like Shangri-La Frontier as a review channel. Remember when Echidna included us like a couple second clip in his tier list video, and that shit got copyright struck? These dudes are ruthless.
I feel bad for Nagai because he's probably already in a lot of stress, and to add to that stress more is Twitter charge. So he had to clarify. It's just dumb that he's gonna get all the blame, not the actual culprits.
Exactly, man. Because that's why it's so important that the masses get educated on like who to hate. Because this is the most insidious thing. It's kind of like, again, how I keep talking about tip culture in America, where servers expect tips from their customers, and customers says, fuck you, I don't want to subsidize your wage. Your bosses should be paying you, but the servers get mad at the customers without asking, why does my boss not pay me money and expect my salary to get fucking compensated by these customers? The people truly in power basically hide behind, and you're shooting the messenger, right? It's so much easier to hate on somebody that has a face, someone that is actually there that you can like interact with. Like, how do you get mad at Bandai Namco? How do you get mad at the production staff? So the monkeys are gonna screech and get angry without understanding exactly what's going on and shit on this guy when he's literally being sacrificed in this unfortunate situation. It's so fucked up.
I've already talked about the character designers, so I'm not going to talk about them again. I think Chikashi Kubota will probably not participate in the season, but we'll see. The art director, Sakura Murakami, this is an upgrade considering that Atelier Musa was involved in season 2, and you know what they can do. Thank fucking God. Murakami has only been credited as art director once before with Boy Girl Friendship, which
I hated that shit so fucking much. But I hated that anime because of the premise, the story. I think the anime itself looked good. I think the production value of Boy Girl Friendship was actually fine. It's just the story made me so fucking mad.
Director once before with Boy Girl Friendship, which looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fine.
But compared to Atelier Musa, it's definitely an upgrade. Color designer Mayumi Tanahashi, someone from JC Stuff. Another big problem in season 2 is the color design. Sometimes the value control can be very bad, but that's just the schedule being ass. And of course, the color designer is not the...
I can't even tell the difference between the ground and fucking Cockroach Man here.
Schedule being ass. And of course, the color designer is not the end be all, you can say. If you see Tanahashi's projects that he color designed, most of them look different, but a more important role is the director of photography. Yuki Hirose has probably the best track record comparatively from the other staff. Has been the compositing artist for Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest.
And that also explains why the compositing in the beginning looked good, right? It looks way better in season 2 stuff. So hey, at least we got that going. It's just, how's it going to be moving?
Eden Zero, the Konosuba movie, and etc. His comp is very good, although I've never seen Eden Zero and Fairy Tail, but from the clips I've seen is very competent, and you see it more in the trailer. Those are really the important stuff to go through, and I want to say this to explain more stuff. And
I mean, now it doesn't sound that bad, right? I mean, whenever you have to say something and say like, oh, it's actually not that bad, that already means it's not peak. So, oh, good job. All right, you're gonna get like mid then. At least these are some positive news, right? Even if the director himself is not ingrained in action sequences and is being used as a sacrificial lamb, that the other people working on this, their background and experience, it's looking like, you know, it's gonna be fine. It's just, I think that if the action stuff isn't done well, especially for an action-oriented anime in an action-oriented arc, like, bro, people are gonna be comparing season 2. Like, you know how the way that people shit on season 2 because of season 1? That comparison may be made for season 3 to season 2. It's like, again, the monkey paw situation where you want something better. You want some different people to do it. They did it. But it's actually worse than what you thought. So now people will be like, damn, I wish we had season 2 animation again, bro. I just hope that's not the case. I hope that it's better.
Getting to 8 minutes. I watched some videos regarding on the staff and people talking about it. Normal YouTube stuff. People really downplay the series director role. Yes, you have individual directors and storyboarders for each episode.
For some reason, this sequence here, my brain got triggered to think it was Jogoat. There's a moment where Jogo is fighting Skuna, the fraud, and then Jogoat is like doing some crazy fucking volcano magic shit, bro, with his hands. Anyways.
Have individual directors and storyboarders for each episode, although I have a big inkling that Nagai will probably storyboard quite a bit of the episodes, but a series director role is a very important role because they don't just do storyboards.
They have the connection, right? The series director is a reputable figure that has the ability to pull in other talents in, right? In the work, in everything, a lot of the work is done freelance, right? There's a reason why we don't depend on studio brand name to see if the anime is going to be good. We look at who the director is, what kind of, you know, resume do they have? Do they have the influence to pull in other people, right? Japanese animators, they work off of like respect and clout. If they know that, oh shit, the person working on Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, the director is like a recognized figure, it doesn't matter if we're going to work as slaves at Mappa. Fuck it, I'm going in because I know this dude is legit and I want to work with them. It's an honor to work with them. I want to pad my resume and so on and so forth, right? So if the series director doesn't have that type of pull, then everything, it's a cascading effect. You now can't pull in that talent in and it's going to suffer.
They do a lot more behind the scenes. They are involved in scripting the show. Usually the series composition bonds between ideas with the director going boingy 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 boing. Already made that joke. They go to meetings, studio recordings for each episode if they can. A lot more storyboard revisions, bouncing between ideas with the episode director, creating the identity for the aesthetic and style, talking to the different departments. Of course, there's some directors that's way more hands-on, like Takomi Kanasaki is more on the sound direction and is also the scriptwriter for some of the shows that he directed. Ryuhei Takashita is more hands-on on the photography. Of course, a good director is playing on all of these strengths together, not just doing basic direction, you can say. Or you can be like Mappa when the first 7 episodes of JJK season 1, the director, Sungwoo Park, couldn't work on it because he was still finishing God of High School. And recently it was revealed that Ryu Nakayama was not supposed to be the actual Chainsaw Man director. It was supposed to be Yoshihara, the action director for season 1, and now the director for the movie. Well, I could go more in some of the stuff.
Now you know. Okay, sure.
Of that happened. This is just an overview of the staff and some parts I can point out in the CM. Of course, animator-wise, there's gonna be the regulars like Aoki will probably carry, Shigeki Kimoto, Chikari Hashizume, all those people, and of course there's some in-house storyboarders. Pretty good ones.
Like JC's staff in-house team, they can absolutely make it work, but it's just like the quality will never be that quality that people imagine it to be. So I just hope that it's at least on par with season 2 and it's going to be an enjoyable ride and we'll just have to ignore that season 1 exists.
For that, if we get an action director, I would cream my pants.
Yeah.
And some other Twitter animators maybe. They're
Just bring in the WebGen animators, bro. Fucking bring in Vincent Chansar. Just fucking let him do it.
probably going to be another trailer this month, but
September 14th, right? September 14th should be the actual real trailer.
this shit is cooked. Also, if you attack the staff that's already stressed out of their mind, you should attack yourself with a knife and plunge it deep in there. If you guys like the video,
In a video game.
If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what your thoughts about the CM.
Well, I think that the commercial was very lackluster. At least the art style looks great, but that's the same thing you can say about Blue Lock Season 2. Great. Okay, the art style looks amazing. It's like a 1-2 into the manga. Let it move. It doesn't move. We'll have to wait until it actually comes out for us to be definitive. But again, like, this is not us dooming about one single thing. It's been cascading effects for months and months and months of no notices, no news, people hiding shit, very lackluster trailers, no actual news announcements, and finally they released a director's name who wanted to be kept silent because he was not confident with his like clout. And now you hear that he's also like pleading for mercy to the public, saying JC staff and the production committee is literally sacrificing me putting in there because no one else wants to work on this shit. So now when you consider all of these things combined with the new CM, how could you not think that it's not over? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different things. It's not just one dot on the graph. It's a fucking multiple dots on the graph, right? Like, I love doing this analogy. When you have, you know, when you have a single fucking line in a graph, what does that mean? Right? When you have a single dot on the graph, it doesn't mean fucking anything. Right? It means nothing. But when you have multiple dots on the graph, what happens? You fucking have a line. You start to form a line, and a line points to a fucking pattern of direction that like, maybe all these things are happening because there's a fucking reason for it. I just hope that September 14th, when the actual trailer drops, not the commercials, we'll have highlights of fights and exciting matchups, right? I don't want to spoil them, but there's going to be some crazy fights. Now, I hope that this season actually doesn't go into the really, really juicy stuff, right? Because, I mean, it's not really a surprise at this point, but Garo is going to be fighting off against all the S-rank heroes one by one. Sometimes even like multiple fights at once. But there's a lot of stuff that happens before we get there. And I remember there's a lot of stuff with Orochi happening too, right? This you know, evil villain guy that you see, right? Garo's going to be fighting against some of the villain association people while we get ready for it. And it'll be interesting how they cover that because the manga art is fucking cracked. And I don't know if the anime could ever like deliver onto that shit, like this guy I'm talking about. So, and the reason I talk about, I hope that like the true stuff doesn't get covered is, I hope there's a future where season 4, this is when like One Punch Man Garo arc really just gets into that peak content. And if an actual action director can pull up that's confident in his work, at least the best parts of the Garo saga will be redeemed while we sacrifice some of the more, I guess, you know, lackluster setup stuff building up to it. But I don't know, man. It's sad. How the fuck did they how did they mess up such an insane title like One Punch Man like this? One Punch Man should be a case study to be studied, to understand that even if you have like a golden goose IP, that infinite potential of money to be pumped and for people to talk about this for generations, that it can be ruined when mismanaged due to corporate greed. Link to the video. Here it is. Go give it a like. Check Senchi's content for more stuff like this, and I'll see you next time.